Southern California rocked by a 5.1 magnitude quake as the region is battered by historic tropical storms.
The San Andreas Fault, one of the most well-known geological features in the world, holds a place of fascination and dread for those who live near it. This seismic wonder, which stretches for approximately 800 miles through California, serves as the boundary between the North American and Pacific tectonic plates. As these plates grind past each other, they generate a complex system of faults, of which the San Andreas is the most infamous. But something sinister is lurking around the corner. What is it? Let's find out. San Andreas Fault. The San Andreas Fault is a notorious geological feature that slices through California. It's like Mother Nature's scar, a colossal fracture running roughly 800 miles. This tectonic boundary marks the meeting of the Pacific and North American plates, making it prone to earthquakes. Along its path, you'll find iconic places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and the stunning landscapes of the Mojave Desert. This fault line, where the Pacific and North American tectonic plates meet, holds both awe and fear in its depths. It's not merely a line on the map, it signifies the point where two colossal tectonic plates interact, and the potential energy stored here is immense. The North American plate and the Pacific plate are in constant contact, exerting enormous pressure that, over time, transforms into seismic energy. This is a process known as elastic rebound. When the accumulated stress from the plate's movements exceeds the strength of the rocks holding it back, it results in a release of energy in the form of seismic waves. These waves radiate through the Earth, eventually reaching the surface and manifesting as earthquakes. While earthquakes occur globally, the San Andreas Fault is particularly noteworthy due to the high potential for large, destructive earthquakes in this region. Discovery and impact. The story of the San Andreas Fault began with the pioneering work of Professor Andrew Lawson from the University of California, Berkeley. In 1895, he made a groundbreaking discovery by identifying the fault. However, it was not until the cataclysmic earthquake of 1906, the infamous San Francisco earthquake, that this fault's true significance became evident. Professor Lawson's investigation following the 1906 earthquake revealed a profound connection between the fault and the devastating quake. The surface ruptures, such as fences and roads split in half, aligned perfectly with the fault. This revelation introduced a new concept in seismology, the intermediate depth earthquake. The San Andreas Fault's visibility varies along its length, while some portions display a distinctive straight depression, resulting in characteristic lakes, bays, and valleys. These features may not always be immediately apparent from the ground. For instance, drivers near San Francisco might not even realize that they're in the San Andreas earthquake zone as they pass close to Crystal Springs Reservoir. The peril. The San Andreas Fault is not to be taken lightly. It's widely considered one of the most dangerous geological features in the United States, responsible for claiming lives and causing significant property damage over the years. The region surrounding the fault has experienced several notable earthquakes, with two of the most prominent ones occurring in 1857 and 1906. The 1857 earthquake had a magnitude of 7.9 and left a trail of destruction along a stretch of approximately 185 miles. This seismic event, which resulted in a considerable loss of life, illustrates the potential devastation that the San Andreas Fault can unleash. Despite these historical earthquakes, there's been a recent lull in seismic activity along the fault since 1857. The Southern California section of fault, which was known as the Hub, has not recorded a significant earthquake. This extended period of quiescence has led many scientists to express growing concerns about the potential for a massive earthquake in the near future. Some believe that the accumulated stress and pressure along the fault could be released in a substantial seismic event, often referred to as the Big One. The Big One. While the notion of the looming Big One may sound alarming, it's essential to consider that modern seismic building codes and construction practices have evolved significantly. The Southern California region, in particular, has undertaken extensive efforts to retrofit and reinforce buildings to withstand seismic forces. While no structure can be completely earthquake-proof, these measures have significantly reduced the risk of catastrophic structural damage. Despite the advancements in earthquake-resistant building practices, there are areas of concern. Critical infrastructure, such as electrical power grids, communication networks, and transportation systems, may still be vulnerable to the forces of a major earthquake. In the event of a large earthquake, these vital components of modern society could be severely damaged, disrupting the flow of communication and essential services. For instance, the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake resulted in widespread power outages and communication failures, highlighting the vulnerability of these systems to seismic events. During the 1989 earthquake, more than 60 people lost their lives and thousands were injured. However, the implementation of emergency response and evacuation plans helped to save lives and reduce the overall impact. It's important to note that infrastructure plays a crucial role in disaster preparedness. The 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake revealed the vulnerability of roads, bridges, and utilities to seismic activity. Thousands of residences and businesses were damaged or destroyed in the San Francisco area, resulting in significant economic losses. John Woodall, Vice President of Engineering at Integrated Arc Systems, pointed out that the roadways around the epicenter of a potential earthquake area could hinder recovery efforts, especially given California's dense population. In the case of a major earthquake along the San Andreas Fault, the risks to infrastructure become even more apparent. If you're liking the video so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Vulnerable cities. The San Andreas Fault runs directly through several cities, including Desert Hot Springs, San Bernardino, Whitewood, Palmdale, Gorman, Fraser Park, Daly City, Point Reyes Station, and Bodega Bay. These urban areas are at risk of earthquakes at any given time, and in the event of a significant earthquake, the consequences could be devastating. Consider for a moment what might happen if the big one strikes. The potential for damage, loss of life, and economic impact is staggering. Preparedness, therefore, becomes not just a choice, but a necessity for these valuable communities. Looking forward, the field of seismology continues to advance, enabling scientists to make more accurate predictions about seismic events. One of the key areas of focus is Parkfield, a region in California that has experienced moderate-sized earthquakes approximately every 20 to 22 years. The U.S. Geological Survey has installed various devices in the area to monitor seismic activity and gain insights into the changes that may occur before a significant earthquake. Predicting earthquakes involves meticulous research, geological analysis, and continuous monitoring of fault movements. While the exact timing of earthquakes remains uncertain, these efforts allow authorities to implement proactive measures, enhancing preparedness and potentially saving lives. The government has taken significant steps to address earthquake risks. The Earthquake Hazards Reduction Act of 1977 marked a pivotal moment in earthquake preparedness. However, the responsibility doesn't solely lie with the authorities. Communities and individuals must also play an active role. While the prospect of an earthquake along this fault is daunting, humanity has made tremendous strides in understanding and mitigating seismic risks. We can hopefully gain a better perspective on how these fault lines interact with each other. So, what do you think about this? Let us know in the comments section below, and make sure to like the video. Thanks for watching.